Régis, can I ask you firstly about Granit Xhaka and Bertrand Traoré? We were talking about a 3 to 4 week schedule possibly for the return of them. That's this weekend's game against Fulham.
Yes, Granit has more or less trained fully this week, so he's available for selection. It won't be the case for Berto. Next week he will rejoin the group and might be available soon.
From our perspective, that probably leaves you with a difficult decision to make, but you always relish those opportunities to make these difficult decisions. It's something you've said you haven't really got a problem about.
Yeah, it's better to play with Granit than without. When you've got more options for the starting 11 and on the bench, I think the team is stronger. So for Granit, we'll have to be progressive, to respect the process, and it's good because now we have 3 or 4 midfielders available, and we'll have a 4th one.
Someone is obviously going to miss out, but I take it they will understand the situation at the moment.
The competition is important in a group, and it's important as well for the team, because we can't play with only 11 players. We always need 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, depending on the situation and the repetition of games.
I take it everyone else is okay? Yeah.
Yes. Only Ronaldo. Ray won't be available at least 3 or 4 weeks. So potentially after Brighton, in time for Newcastle. Potentially.
So what's he done?
Knee injury. Yeah.
And Alderete, I know you rested him last weekend, but I take it he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah.
The FA Cup is you've drawn Port Vale to Bristol City, but it's not ideal preparation for you because you're not going to find out who you're going to play until the beginning of March.
Yeah, and we'll play away from home. We used to do that now. The third round playing away, but it's going to be another challenge. We'll play it with ambition, and we'll see who will be the opponent later.
Fulham this weekend. Recent results not great, but I think a bit like Sunderland, away form is maybe their Achilles heel at the moment. But nonetheless, as you saw, Craven Cottage, a good team, one you'll respect, but a difficult one.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a well-established Premier League team now, with this ability, those patterns to play through you, through the pressure. And they have good players. They have this ability as well to be clinical. Harry Wilson is in good form, for example, but he's not the only one. They are not perfect, like every team, but they are strong, and it would be a good test for us.
A good opportunity to reach 39 points with the 2 away games coming up, obviously Bournemouth and Leeds, just to make things to settle down a little bit more before your 40-point
target.
Decision,
The famous one. Yes, we have 12 games left, so 36 points available, and I want to see the positive side. Next game is an opportunity to win 3 points. We know that in this league there are no easy games, never. We spoke about Burnley, for example, or Wolves. They are still competitive, and every weekend shows it clearly. So we are in our process. We want to stay bold, we want to stay aggressive, we want to stay ambitious, but we know that it's a learning curve. Sometimes you go through difficult moments, and we need to accept that because it's part of the process. But you learn through those difficult experiences, and we have to stay positive. We have to stay competitive from a mentality point of view.
Finally from me as well, the last few weeks Trey Hume's been taking the long throws, although not so many as it seems. Is that a tactical decision, or has he got an issue with his arms and he's not been taking
he's got an issue with his hand. I hope we'll be close to his previous ability soon.
Right, thank you.
Régis, just on Ronaldo, sorry, how did it, was that in training you injured himself?
It was during the game at home against Liverpool, and he felt something in his knee. We expected the first diagnosis wasn't positive, really, and after that we had the second diagnosis, and it was more positive. So he needs a short period of rest to be back.
I mean, obviously, a blow. Any injury is a blow, but he's the kind of natural left sider. On that, you're probably going to have to be sort of creative to replace him, aren't you?
We'll find a solution.
Yeah, and look, you have done this season, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've needed to. Are you confident you've got the solution within the squad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I'm confident.
How much have you in the few weeks he's been missing? How much have you missed Granit Xhaka on the pitch?
It's part of the journey. I think we have to accept that. He played a lot. It was really important for us as a player and as a leader. So he helped the young lads in this squad to grow and to be competitive. When you remove a leader, the place is a bit empty at the beginning, but it's an opportunity to grow. And I think we have in this squad many players with the ability to lead. So it's probably not with the same level of experience, because it's impossible. You can't buy experience. You have to go through different events, but they have this ability. So you start, I would say, locally. The goalkeeper with his defense, the centre backs with their line, and the sixes to press and to help the forwards and the wide triangles and so on. And I think you can't do that just quickly, because it's not automatic. But the lads, I think, grew through this experience. Now, if we combine both, more leadership, more experiences with Granit back, we might expect a better level.
For Granit himself, sort of from the outside looking in, it appears as though he's been, and you touch on it there, a real kind of support to the players travelling to away games. It seems like he's been there and being a support. And I think you maybe said earlier in the season on the pitch, he's like your manager on the pitch. Has he been like your assistant manager for the last few weeks?
No, we have a coaching staff, an efficient coaching staff, but it's still important. And he stays connected as well with the story of the season. I think it's still important to stay in contact with problems, solutions, options, sometimes problems, issues in the dressing room, because it's the normal life of a football team. And so when he comes back, he's aware of everything. So it was really good for that.
Hi Régis, I'll open up with a bit of a random one. I saw Luke O'Nien had been out and about, and he was approached by a supporter who asked him to give a birthday message to their daughter, I think. Instead he decided to FaceTime this fan instead. Does that sum Luke O'Nien up as a person, do you think?
Yeah, he's really special. Special as a person, and special as a player as well. It's really important for us. Played a really good game against Oxford. It was a fight in this area of the pitch, and it wasn't only the defensive side. It was also really good with the ball, and with this ability to carry the ball, to pin and play outside, for example. So he's a really strong teammate, and he shows he leads by example, and this energy is very positive for the squad.
In your kind of managerial experience, does every squad need a Luke O'Nien, a person and a player like a Luke O'Nien? Because it's not just what he does on the pitch, it's what he does in the dressing room as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this profile is really rare, so we have to enjoy to have one like him in the squad. And yeah, it's always positive when he didn't play a lot, but his behavior is always connected with the squad first, team first, and two, I want to improve myself through different experiences, because you don't play, and as a footballer you want to play, but you can seize everything to get better.
I just want to ask you about Christian Speakman, obviously leaving the club. Did you have a chance to speak with him immediately before he left? Have you been in touch with him since? Or?
Not really, because it's a difficult period. So we have to respect just this part, but we stayed in contact, and hope a bit later we'll have the opportunity to speak again, because we had a really good relationship.
Just on the player side, it's been good to see Jocelyn get some minutes for Sunderland, obviously, at the weekend. Nilsson make his full debut against Liverpool. How have they fitted into the general ethos of the squad at Sunderland so far, would you say?
I think their profiles are really well connected with our game identity. We like playing with wide wingers, and it's not easy to fill this position, especially with young players. This league is so demanding that probably it's impossible right now to maintain the level. So we started with young players. They were good sometimes, but struggled to maintain the same level. So we need more energy, maybe more depth, and those two players are there for that reason. And after that, with opportunities, we never know how they will grow. Sometimes you have really good surprises because it's quick. Sometimes you need to support them for a long period. Maybe a loan is useful sometimes, but we believe that they will grow.
Just finally on the game against Fulham, obviously the last time at home, saw Sunderland lose that unbeaten record so far this season. Is your message to the players now go and start another unbeaten run at the Stadium of Light?
Yeah, would like. We were aware of the fragility of this sequence because the Premier League is so demanding. So we want to see the positive side. Keeping this sequence alive for 12 games, it's really impressive. And if it's broken, doesn't mean that we are not able to be strong at home again. And I think it will be the case. We might struggle at times, it's normal, but we want to stay proactive, we want to stay bold, we want to stay positive in our stadium.
Thanks, Régis.
Régis, just going back to Lugo 9 for a second, I think you joined the club when they were in League One. How unusual is it for a player to be able to start at that level and progress with the club and still be able to hold his own in the Premier League?
Yeah, it's not usual. It's a fact, and it's really well connected with his attitude. And I really want to highlight the way he behaves every day. He's so well connected with the lads. He's the club captain, but not the match captain. And the way he connects with the collective ambition, first of all, and then his own way to manage every opportunity to grow are perfect. I think for manager, coaching staff, and for the young players as well, when they struggle because they don't play as they would like, you have a player like him, you say, I can be inspired by him, rather than sometimes in football you can meet talented players but with bad behaviors. And if every day you have those behaviors under your eyes, maybe you will be inspired negatively. It's totally the opposite with Luke.
And just finally, once you do reach that magic 40 points, will you be setting a new target in terms of points?
Try to win the 3 points after, and we'll see. So it's difficult to talk about a specific target. Obviously, for the retention, around 40, 42, we don't know because the race will be intense until the end. It's really important for the future of the club. After that, it's a question of ambition, but a daily ambition. The standards we can maintain or rise every day will give us the platform to grow and to be better on the pitch, and that's the main point. If you are better on the pitch, we give us more opportunities to win games. And if it's just about words, it doesn't mean anything. It's about behaviors.